What's going on YouTube? Earth Power here, bringing you another deck profile. So, we have with me today CVH.
What's up, guys?
And why don't you tell the people what we got for them?
Bringing you a pretty small deck. You know what's really sad? This is actually it's smaller than the deck I used in PA, which is 54 cards. But this is 53 cards. Should be like 55. Forgot a couple things like Cassiopeia, which is definitely needed to be included in this deck, but I forgot to put it in when I was putting the pile together. This is the Vile Pile. This is rhyming now. This is the Vile Pile Control.
Also known as even 53.
Even 53, Greed 53. Yeah, a lot of things. It's just a pile of pretty good cards. All the cards in the deck are pretty good, except for Raincloud Kraken, but you kind of need to run it. So, yeah, I guess we'll just start with the lower stuff. You know,
we've got it sorted by mana curve here.
Pretty loosely. Raincloud Kraken is Sprout, your turn 2 plays. I was running a couple Lux in there for a while because it's pretty good. Nothing against Lux. I don't have reasons for cutting or adding things. It's literally just a pile. So
yeah, this is what we put together in 3 minutes.
Mesmerize is too good not to run. There's only a few discard cards in the deck, but this is like the best one. So gets you to get rid of laws, which is pretty crucial. Lemon's the best blocker in the game, obviously.
Yep.
3 Bone Blades, 3 Piercing, 3 Memory, 3... So I feel like a Yu-Gi-Oh player in this deck profile, but there's really not much to say about these cards. They're all insane.
Yeah, I mean, memory is crucial for the pile to exist. So.
Yeah, Shield Blast. Yeah, Piercing is like one of the best builds for sure. Reap and Sow is one of the best top decks. And just the general good card to ramp you up to Wild Strider. Never really lived the dream of Sprout, Reap and Sow, Wild Strider, but if you do that against dragons or something, it's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Walls is also really, really good, so...
You're in the pile mirrors, as we came to find out.
So I can talk about this one, I guess, because not many control decks run it, but I decided to run it because it's pretty good. I don't know what else to say. I run that's probably one of the reasons why the Puppet's there, but yeah, Puppet, Lyres, Wild Striders, and just as a blast, the payoff is so high if you just get one of these.
Yeah.
Like, turn 2 Wild Strider is like instant scoop, that's what it is. Like, there's not a whole lot you can do. But, I was running 3, but 2 seems fine. I like the card a lot in here. It's not something people expect from a control deck, so sometimes you get it off and it's kind of savage. 1 Star Spark, could be more, but it should be fine with the 1 cast that should be in the deck, so... Yeah, 2 Reverberate, because Reverberate's also nuts.
Yeah, another reason the pile works out really well.
Yeah, and also one of the reasons control mirror matches are just the worst. But, you got 3 Memory, 2 Reverberate, so you're getting there. Also not running Logos. I was running 1 Logos for a while. I think I just forgot to put that in too, but you don't really need it. You could run it, you could not run it, doesn't matter. 3 Pit, 3 Wild Strider, 3 Lyre, obviously. Wild Strider is like the most insane nature card. A lot of people just don't agree, but they're wrong.
Yeah, that card's too good.
Yeah.
It just gets you to...
Well, it's not too good, but
it gets you to
good.
unnecessary amounts of mana where dumb stuff that shouldn't be happening starts happening.
And even if you don't need the mana necessarily, it's just a +1 every turn because you don't have to play mana to get yourself to a normal amount.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just get a free extra draw phase or something. Puppet I like, gets around laws still. I've always been a fan of Puppet. I don't think there's ever a time when I thought it was bad. Like, it's easy running control, it's probably a fine card. 3 Lyres, nuts.
Yeah, the 1 Shatter?
Yeah, the 1 Unhollow Shatter.
Because this
Clutch
is
Unhollow Shatter. Yeah, this is really good, and just you can wrap up the Shatter pretty fast.
Yeah.
So,
thoughts on Maddening Whispers? I know we talked about it in our Peach podcast. If you guys haven't gone and checked that out yet, definitely go watch it. But we talked about Mesmerize, Skull Shatter, and Whispers. Like running. I know Corey likes the 1-0s on all 3. Thoughts on Whispers in general?
Whispers is clearly a good card. I like it a lot in Kalima and against dragons, but I feel like this deck already has such an insane matchup against dragons because everything in your deck just kills them. The ramp is too good, Piercing's too good. These cards are just, if they come out early for dragons, their best play is Piercing to bounce it, and that's just terrible. And you reverberate and you win. But Shatter is pretty nuts. If I reverberate, I think you need it. Whispers doesn't really do a whole lot against that, and I think these are just better options in general because I'd like to get rid of Reverberate if possible.
Yeah. Running the 1 Shatter definitely calms down people who just like to overextend with Reverberate. So.
And Mesmerize is just the best discard card in the game. You can't really help it. You gotta play it on turn 3, get rid of laws, and it's just too important. And I get it to obscene amounts of mana, just double Mesmerize, whatever.
Yeah, as you guys saw in the pile mirror.
1 Kivu has an extra copy of any card in the deck, pretty much. Late game, it's pretty nuts. Early game, not so much, but you still have to run it, I think, because you're under 1 cast.
It's generally a crystal memory for your finishers when they go down early to help you deal with whatever early threats are going on that you need to deal with, board state-wise.
And it's important because you have cards like Strider and these guys putting these guys in mana accidentally sometimes.
Yeah.
So you don't want that to just, you don't want to accidentally put double Squash down or something.
And it replaces itself as a 7 for 7,000 double breaker that just kind of beats face in sometimes.
Yeah, 7 for 7 is pretty big. 2 Squalache. Then there should be an extra cast here, which is basically another Squalache. Like, you can be in a complete losing position, like absolutely losing the game. They just broke all your shields and you're completely screwed. Then you just Cassiopeia the board, drop Squalache, and you might just win. Like, it just might happen like that. And there's not really any outs to it that are playable, so...
Yep.
Unless you have the blast, and the cast of Squalache is the game ender. 3 Andromeda, because that's a thing.
Yeah. It's very shiny. Self-explanatory there.
Yeah. 3 Havens, because it's just like the best finisher to ramp up to, and this is essentially a ramp deck. You just ramp up to giant things and play the most ridiculous thing you can, and that's pretty much the most ridiculous thing you can play. And 1 Tritonus, because it looks cool.
Yeah, providing that extra copy of Reverberate late game, it just starts locking things down.
Yeah, like you have a lot of spells like Sprout, and like, you don't really want to just play a lot of them late game. I guess like Boneblaze is kind of unimpressive, but like if you're locking things down, it's basically a +2, I guess. So like Tritonus is pretty relevant effect sometimes. And you get up to like the most ridiculous mana. It's like you can have like 20 mana and like they flick their win or something, and you drop Tritonus, draw into a couple spells, and just play them and lock down boards.
Or just Tritonus to Cassiopeia.
Yeah, you can do that.
Tritonus to Squillis, things like that.
That seems kind of counterproductive, but...
it gets obnoxious. Yeah. When those are possibilities, something's gone awry. So.
Yeah, usually the mana ramp. But yeah, the deck could stand to be like 55 with definitely a cast and like a flavor card like Tendril Grasp or Snake Trap or something. Yeah. This deck is very up to interpretation. You could run so many different things in it. It's an art. It's a work of art. Truly. Hope you all enjoyed it.
Yep. Check out the social links below. Facebook, Twitter, all that fun stuff. Check out CVH's channel.
Yep.
He's posting articles on ARG too. Definitely check those out. Links down below.
Surprise.
And hopefully, guys, we'll see you next time.
Peach.